Hello boys, and today is a bit of a different YouTube video. So this is a completely free coaching call that I done with my TikTok team. Well, it's a free YouTube video for you guys to actually go ahead and watch. So if you're watching this and you are running a short form content agency or just a marketing agency in general, and you're struggling with getting more clients and getting out there, outreach and so on, this is going to be a perfect video. Just to give you guys some quick context, these two guys have been absolutely killing it for me on my TikTok. They run a couple of pages online for me. Absolutely blown up my social media. So like 50,000 new followers in a month or two. And I wanted to help them grow their agency as well. So I jumped on a call, gave him some advice, and this is one of probably 10, 20 different calls that we're about to have on Zoom. And they're absolutely superstars. They're great. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. You guys are going to take a lot from this. Even if you're running an OnlyFans management agency, you guys will still be able to learn a lot from this. And yeah, roll the video. So first of all, give me some context about where are you guys at. So essentially, what's your offer? Who's your ideal client? And what do you feel as if you're struggling with that's stopping you from getting to your next goal?
Julia, you want to start?
We should have this shit prepared, bro. No?
No, just go from the dome, whatever's on your mind.
Can you repeat the questions, please?
So
No, I can.
Go ahead, Marius.
Okay, so well, currently we're at 2 clients. At our peak, we were at 4. Yeah, it was okay. We got scammed twice, so that was a little shit. Our ideal client is someone just like you, so you're the perfect client, to be honest. So we were offering just short form content and posting and the growth, but we're trying to get into appointment setting too, and maybe community building. So yeah, with the short form content,
Cool. Okay. And in terms of the service itself at the moment, it's editing and posting, right? And growing a community.
At the moment, it's yeah.
Okay. And you've got 2 clients. One of them is me and this other guy. And at most you guys had was 4. And you guys said you got scammed by 2 people. What happened there?
Yeah, twice.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What happened there?
I mean, I'm not gonna say the names, but
no, of course.
It's like quite known people. But yeah, for one guy who actually got 17K on TikTok in like 20 days. And I guess he just didn't have money, bro.
She didn't pay you guys?
Yeah.
Nah. He
keep delaying
our stories and sees our DMs, but he's not responding and not paying. Like, yeah. And the guy just started ghosting us. Yes.
Yeah, now the profile is on my name, bro. Made it mine, of course.
Yeah.
Huh. Okay. I'm assuming you guys didn't have like any agreement, any contract in place. You didn't sign anything, right?
I mean, I don't think it's needed since we are working with kind of known people.
Yeah.
That's why. But yeah,
okay.
Sometimes it could be good, but I don't think we really need it.
All right. Well, we can talk about that afterwards.
Guys, can I need 30 seconds right now, okay?
Yeah,
sure. I will be back.
Yeah, sure. Cool. Okay. So that's where you guys are right now. In terms of, so obviously your goal right now is just to get more clients, right?
Yeah, for sure. Already expanding to offering way more services.
Like what?
Like we are currently working with like entrepreneurs like you, but we wanted to work like with YouTubers, like where we can offer like content research, community building, appointment setting, and more. Like also like ideas for videos and stuff like that.
Okay. So I'll give you first piece of advice straight away, like what you said there, bro. The most common like mistake that people think in terms of increasing their revenue and getting more clients is they think, all right, let me just offer more stuff, right? So if I offer more stuff, that means I can have like a wider net and then I can just cast it out and I get more clients. That's like the thought process, right? But in reality, guys, like you are fucking incredible at short form content. Like I've seen in my own eyes, like you guys are genuinely by far one of the best ones that I've ever worked with.
Yeah.
So you should just hone in on that. You should just focus on that. For example, you said a client like me is like the perfect client, right? People
Yes.
people at my level, they're looking for experts rather than like generalists, right? So you got to remember like the difference between a generalist and an expert. And I've said this in like an old course of mine, which is like when you're building your business and you're providing a service, right? A generalist is somebody who does a little bit of this, and this, and he or she is just average at all of these things. Like they're okay and they can offer all these things. That person can only charge a certain amount. That person can only charge maybe like 1,000 a month, right? In comparison to somebody who just offers one thing, but he or she is very fucking good at doing that one thing, and he or she is an expert at that one thing, can charge a way higher fee. So to give you guys a real life example, right? When let's just say you guys need like a dentist, like you have a toothache or whatever, right? And you need to go to the dentist. If you go to the hospital at a doctor's appointment and the doctor there is a dentist, also part-time doctor, also part-time Domino's delivery driver, and then also part-time, I don't know, cleaner, right? You'd be like, I don't really know if I can trust this person, right? Alternatively,
Yeah.
which is obviously what happens in real life, you go to the dentist and this one person has been studying and doing this one fucking thing for like 10, 15 years. And they're an expert at this one thing, which is like being a dentist, right? So that analogy, I need you guys to keep. So I wouldn't recommend you guys now offering like YouTube support and analytics and da. If you wanted to kind of expand it ever so slightly, is you could not only create short form content and upload it to TikTok, but you could also upload it to like Instagram and YouTube Shorts. That would be okay because you're still focused on short form content. But I wouldn't recommend you kind of expanding your service like crazy like that, especially not yet. You can eventually, but right now, don't. Okay.
Yeah.
Does that analogy and everything make sense, by the way, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes
Cool.
sense.
Okay, so that's the first thing that I'd advise. So the next question then, what do you guys feel as if it's, what's stopping you guys from getting more clients?
The outreach system and method. Yeah.
Okay.
Also, because people like you don't always reply to DMs, don't even check DMs.
Yeah.
And also that there aren't a lot of people like you compared to other niches.
Okay, cool. So, outreach. Let's talk about that quickly first then, right? So what are you guys currently doing in terms of outreach, and how often, how frequently? Walk
Outreach through Instagram DMs with our profiles.
Yes, our daily minimum 20 DMs minimum.
Is that each one of you guys?
Yeah, each.
Yeah. Okay. And you're DMing people like me, like on my Instagram account, right?
Yes.
And what do you guys say? What's like the average message?
Should I send you the message?
Yeah, sure. Put it in the Zoom chat if you could, maybe. Another quick question, by the way. Are you guys building your own community?
Yes, we're currently starting. Like we're filming content right now and stuff like this. So there's gonna be some soon. Yes.
But you haven't started like a group yet, right? On like Discord, Facebook, anything?
Yeah, we started a Discord group some days ago, but we're currently working on the growth on this too. But our main focus is actually the agency. But yeah.
Okay.
But we're building a community right now.
So the reason why I asked that is because that's what I would do if I was you guys. So I would create. This is what I done with my own marketing agency back when I was running paid ads agency. Granted, it's a different service, so it's not short form content, but it's the same premise, right? I used to work with law firms and lawyers, and I would create a Facebook group. And this is something that you guys can do. You don't have to, but you can create a Facebook group and you can buy like 10,000 like botted members. The reason why you can do that, or why you maybe want to do that, is because then your group starts ranking at the top of Facebook, and then real people are going to start joining your Facebook group, and it's like inbound leads, right? That's just one little method. It's not the greatest. I'll go over kind of what I'd suggest instead. But you should definitely start building a community sooner than later. And definitely pushing out a lot of long form content like YouTube videos. Here's the thing that works, because you said your ideal client is somebody like myself, right? And this is perfect because I can talk from my personal experience on like what grabs my attention, what I do day to day, how could you contact me, and so on, right? So with the Facebook group analogy that I just gave, right? People like me, I wouldn't join I haven't joined a Facebook group in like 3 years, right? So you probably, you can create the Facebook group, but it wouldn't be for like high leverage clients like myself. It would be more so for like little gigs here and there for like $500 to $1,000 here and there. People like myself, I can only speak for myself, so everybody's a little bit different. But for me, I'm always on Instagram and WhatsApp. So those are the two places that you can contact me. Sometimes Discord as well, if you get lucky. But mainly it's my Instagram and my WhatsApp. And even on Instagram, by the way, I have somebody who manages all of my DMs. So the only time that I get to actually see the DM if somebody reaches out to me is if somebody really reaches out with something unique and with a value proposition up front. So when I say a value proposition up front, I don't mean like, hey, we normally charge $5,000 for this, but for you, we'll do it for 2.5. Like, I don't mean something like that. I mean, as in like, hey, Marcus, I just created 20 short form pieces of content downloaded from your YouTube. I've cut it up. I've edited it. Please have a look. And by the way, if you are going to do something like that, make sure you put your watermark logo all over it, right? Because what you don't want to do is go through all this hard effort, create all this content, and then some guy just takes it, downloads it, and just uploads it, right? You want to make sure all your logos are on the thing, so you can't just upload it to TikTok. So for me, for example, somebody like myself, we're only like, the only thing that grabs our attention is something that just straight away like value up front. Then we're going to be like, all right, let me have a look. Then that's something that I'm going to be checked out. So let me so you just send in the Zoom chat.
Yeah, this could be an example.
This could be an example. Yo, Sammy, I'm a 16 mark. So you meant to be like, I'm a 16-year-old.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah. I'm a 16-year-old marketing for entrepreneurs, and I've been working on making lifestyle content for entrepreneurs in the last month, working with people like myself, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, done 100 people.
I'm 100% sure that I could do the same for you, upload lifestyle content and get more people for your Telegram group. I'm literally one of the best in the game, and I gained 40,000 followers in a month on Marcus's account. I even offer a money back service. So tell me if you want to hear about it. Okay. So that's definitely, that can be improved. So first of all,
yeah,
Maris.
Go on. My bad.
I was going to say, Maris, so this is what you sent her. You sent me another one. Yeah. So Maria said, hey, Finn, hope you're doing well. I'm building acquisition systems and personal brands with short form content to add at least an extra 5K in dollars in monthly recurring revenue. Here's an example of what I just did for my client Marcus just this month. That's already a lot better. So let me break it down on like why, like this is how I think and this is what I look at, right? So the first thing you got to understand, and I'm sure you guys do anyway, but you got to do it when you're typing, right? People like myself are very fucking busy. Like for myself, for example, I get like on average, and bear in mind, I'm not nothing like huge influence or like massive audience. Like I have a decent size, but I'm nothing crazy, right? And even at my level, I get about 20 to 30 messages every day. Out of those 30 messages, I would say probably 20 of them are just guys saying, hey, how can you help me? Can you help me with this? Can you help me with that? Or like potential clients. And then the other 10 are like offering me some sort of something. So especially when I open the DM, I will literally read, like this is literally how my brain works and what I do like every day. I'll open the message and I swear to God, I'm not joking. I'll open the message for about 1 or 2 seconds and I'll read the first maybe 2 lines. Normally it's just the first line. And then I'll just skim read through the rest of the thing. I'll see if there's anything I can point out. To me, the things that jump out at me that I focus on are numbers. So that's why, Marius, I like what you put. So 5K, right? And then I just want to see something. I don't just want to see text. And I don't want to just, if somebody says, hey, can I ask you a question? That pisses me off because you already asked me a question. Just fucking ask me the question. Don't ask if you can ask me a question, right? And also, so when I'm saying that, I would recommend you guys, so don't say, would you like to see an example? No, just send it. The guy does want to see an example, right? So yeah, so people at my level, that's kind of how, I hate saying people at my level because I don't think I'm at any level. Like it's just how I work, right? So I'm going to reword that. So for me personally, you have like 2 seconds to grab my attention in the DMs. What I look at is the first line. The first line needs to be something about what you can offer me. The first line should not be, I am so and so and I have done this and this. Yeah. So just remember that, guys. Because it's just how life is. Like, everybody thinks for themselves. Like, nobody actually cares about you guys, nobody cares about me, everyone cares about themselves. It's just how we're programmed, right? So when you're reading something, from my point of view, for example, I'm instantly thinking about, what can this person offer me, what is the value that I'm getting from reading this. If the first two lines is just about, I've done this and I've done that and I'm this years old and I'm from this country and I'm doing this, I'm off. Like, I'm not interested. Okay.
Yes.
Any questions so far, by the way?
No, makes sense.
Yeah, cool. So let's kind of put together some sort of, let's not actually do like because I don't like copy and paste messages, but I'll give you like the template, right? So first things first, the message you send out should be pretty short, right? So that's why, Marius, when you sent that, I really preferred that one because it's a lot shorter than the other one, right?
I also have one that I posted in my community, actually. But to be honest, I never tried it. Wait, let me just get it. Because that's actually the thing that you just said. 1 second. Here.
10K new followers or no pay. I'm a short form content editor and I offer your business at least 10,000 new followers on a brand new TikTok page I will create. If I don't reach my promised results, you don't have to pay. Bro, this is great. And I'm pretty sure, Marius, you messaged me something like this, and that's what I went, yeah, sure, let's do it.
Yeah, something like, I can check, but something.
I'm pretty confident you messaged me something on the lines of like, hey man, I'm very, very confident that we can do this. If we don't hit that within the first month, you don't have to pay us. So, it was like, or you pay us half or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only downside for Marius message for me is that it's a bit risky, You risk to work free for a month,
Sure, you're absolutely right. But here's the thing. You guys are only reaching out to kind of high network like individuals, right? So somebody who has like a brand, somebody who's already doing okay, in business, somebody who's respectable online, right? So even if you were to offer them something like this and it doesn't work out, you can still use it as a case study, right? You can still say we worked with so and so person, right?
Like,
so
you're using the ones who scammed us, we're still using it as testimonial,
That's what I'm saying, right?
Sense.
So when you guys are starting out, this is huge as well. Remember this, guys. When you guys are starting out, your goal is not to fucking make 10, 15, 20,000 a month. Sure, that's like a good milestone, but your first goal is actually to get 10 or 15 case studies and results and testimonials, because that is what's going to actually make you the money. Whereas if you just focus on making the money, then it's going to be a lot more difficult to actually get there.
Yeah, even if it doesn't work out, we can just tell them we'll try the next month again. Doesn't work, you just don't pay.
Yeah, sure. Well, especially with your offer, it's not like it's not that you guys can completely fail, right? Because let's just say you guarantee them 10K in the first month and you hit like 8,000, for example, in the first month. That's still all right. But then what you can say is like, cool, what we'll do, we'll just carry on working for free until we hit 10K, which is going to be like a fucking another week or two with how you guys do it. You guys are very good. So the first outreach message is perfect what you just said there. So the first line is what we're offering. So 10,000 new followers or you don't pay us, ... And then 2 lines down, hey bro, I'm glad I got your attention. We run a short form content agency. I probably wouldn't even say that. I'd probably just say something like, we specialize in helping you grow a massive online brand using short form content that you probably know is going viral these days. Right. And then you could say something like, and to make your life even easier, we handle everything for you. We'll use your pre-existing content, we'll edit the content for you, and not only that, we'll actually upload it for you as well. So you can literally just sit back and just watch the new Telegram joins or Discord joins, whatever the thing that they're selling. Bro, a message like that, like as long as I see it, I'm going to say yes, right? Because in the first line, you tell me exactly what you're offering. which is a great offer. Like if you don't hit this thing, you know, I don't have to pay. You've also said what you guys do, and you've also said what's the benefit for me. Well, not only is the benefit obviously an extra 10K followers and new joins, the other benefit is completely hands off. I ain't got to do fuck all. You guys already have the content. You guys will edit it and post it. All makes sense, yeah?
Yes.
Cool. Any questions so far?
No.
Sure.
Cool. Okay. The next thing that I would say is so the accounts that you guys are reaching out from, you need to make sure those accounts are optimized as well. So
Yeah.
So I'll tell you like from my point of view, right? So when somebody messages me, as long as they have like more than 200 followers, I'll at least give them a time of the day. So, and I'm pretty sure you guys have like a couple thousand on each one of your on your accounts, right?
Yeah, I have 6K and Giole has 7K or something.
Yeah, cool. That's completely fine. That ticks. Like for example, it's very interesting actually that the more you kind of the higher level you are in terms of like earnings, I guess, the more you start to like understand that it's all bullshit. Like somebody with like 100K followers literally means nothing. Like there's a guy in my DMs right now who's verified 1.2 million followers, and like I can just tell it's all bullshit. He gets 36,000 likes with 0 comments. Like that's all bullshit. So yeah, so in terms of followers, that's really a tick. The one thing that is important, however, at least from I can only speak from my experience, is the highlights, right? So if somebody's reaching out to me, and whenever they're offering, so for you guys, you're offering short form content, right? What I would expect, or maybe not expect, but something that if I was to see on your profile that would help me like make a decision even better is if you guys had a highlight that literally was said like results or SFC results, something like that. And if I was to click on it and there would be like 10 or more different story highlights of just results, and like, you know how I recorded the selfie testimonial for you guys? Like things like that. Another one, another testimonial, another screenshot. We've made, you know, we've got 5 million impressions or 5 million views. We gained 20,000 followers this month. Just screenshot everything. Even when you're, because you said I'm one of your clients, you have another one, right? Even this other client, if you guys are talking to him back and forth and he messages you guys, yo, you guys are smashing it, absolutely incredible work, screenshot that message, and maybe crop his name out if he wants to stay anonymous, you know, or double check with him, and just post that on your story and then add it to your highlights. Because remember what I told you guys. Your goal right now is not to hit 10 or 15,000 a month. That's your milestone. You are going to make it. But before you get there, you need to collect as many testimonials and case studies as possible. Yeah.
Do you think it's important for us to like build a personal brand where I show like my face, like your real life pics and stuff like that?
With your service, no. Where I think, hey, listen, by the way, just some context. I don't think it's a net negative. I don't think if you do it, it's going to be a worse thing. Like it's only going to help, right? But it's definitely not something that's needed. If anything, by the way, for me personally, I would rather have somebody that doesn't have a personal brand for a service like you. And let me just explain, right? Because for a service like you guys, I'm not, like, without sounding rude, I'm not buying into you two, right? Like a tiny bit I am, but I'm not. Like I'm buying into your service. What are you guys providing, right? Alternatively, why I have a personal brand, why do I like spend time building one, is because I run a coaching business and an info product, right? So that's really what is it? It's just my knowledge and what I'm teaching people, right? So in an essence, people are buying into me because I have the knowledge. So that's why if you're selling like an info product, that's where you should definitely have a personal brand. But if you're selling a service such as like short form content, paid ads, web design, etc., you definitely don't need one. And if you do have a massive personal brand, maybe some people might look at it as a negative. I personally wouldn't necessarily, but some people might look at it and be like, well, this guy is more focused on fucking posting pictures of him in a Lamborghini than actually doing short form content, right? So yeah, like I said, it's not a net negative. It's not going to do you worse if you have a personal brand, but don't focus on it. It's a waste of time. No. Whilst we're talking about personal brand, however, one thing that you can do is start doing YouTube videos where you basically do like reviews and breakdowns of why like you believe your client done well this month. So for example, if I was you guys, I would be doing at least probably one a week, a video breakdown of my TikTok account on why you believe this video went viral and why, you know, this had so many impressions and why this had so many shares, right? Um, and then these videos that you create on YouTube, not only can these go viral, like it could get 2,000 views, 5,000 views, right? And you can get clients from that. But then also when you're reaching out to new clients, you can also send them links of these videos and be like, hey, check this out before our call. And that just indoctrinates them, right? Because if I was to watch something like that before I jump on a call with you guys, I'd be like, fucking hell, right? Well, it's here. Like they are showing me the results. They know what they're talking about. No, cool. Cool. So let's just wrap up the whole outreach thing first. So we went over the message. So the message is cool now. So keep it short. First line is very important. Tell them exactly what's the offer. You guys have a great offer already. Yeah, and that's fine. We've gone over a little bit about the profile. You guys already have a couple thousand followers, so that's a tick. Yeah, just make sure you guys have the highlights with the results if you guys don't already. That's very important. Okay.
Yeah, we had it on the like agency. We had another Instagram profile for the agency. We have all the results there.
I recommend it on the profile that you're reaching out on, which will be your personal one as well. Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Actually, yesterday I added a testimonial in highlights, but I only posted one yet. Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna add more.
Definitely add more. And like I said, they don't all have to be these perfect testimonials like selfie videos from your clients. They can literally be screenshots from a DM or an email from your client saying you guys are fucking killing it. Because I know I've messaged you guys that like every single week. Every week I'm like, you guys are fucking incredible. So just screenshot that, right? And then maybe, and again, double check with the person and just be like, hey, are you cool if I post this on my Instagram story and tag you in it? So ideally you don't want to have these like as anonymous screenshots because they don't have any like value to it, right? Whereas if you tag the person and then you reach out to somebody and they check out your highlight and they can click on the guy's profile and be like, oh, fair enough, this is a real person. It's not just some fake screenshot that these guys have posted. All right.
Yes.
One more thing I'll say about that as well, in terms of getting case studies and testimonials. So I know you guys asked me to do the selfie video, which is fine. I've done it. But a lot of people won't. A lot of people will say, yeah, I'll do it. Then they're either too busy or they forget or they just can't be bothered, right? One thing that I found is pretty much surefire way of getting testimonials and results is you book in a Zoom call with the guy and then you kind of talk to them like as an interview, I guess, like as a result case study that way, right? So you book a Zoom call with them and you obviously, before you book it, you tell them, hey, by the way, we're going to jump on a quick Zoom call for like 10, 15 minutes. I'm just going to ask you some simple questions about how you found our service so far. And I just want you to share your experience. Is that cool if I record it and put it on YouTube? Yeah, sure. Cool. You book in a Zoom call. He shows up. You ask him the questions. Boom. It's a guaranteed video right there. So just remember that as well. All right.
Yes.
Cool. And then, and then this is the last thing that I want to talk about in terms of outreach before we move on to the next part. When you send out the message, right? Do you like follow the guy? Do you drop him like a DM? What do you guys do? Do you drop him a comment, sorry, or do you just message them like in DMs?
Usually follow.
Yeah, I mostly follow and then message.
Okay, so here's what I need you guys to start doing. Okay, so this is going to be a fucking game changer for you guys. All right. So first of all, let me explain why. So somebody like myself, like or me personally, every time I go on Instagram, I have like new notifications, like not hundreds or nothing crazy, but like every time that I go on there, there's like some more likes, some more comments, and some more followers, right? And obviously some more DMs as well. However, one thing that I don't get like that frequent, maybe like once or twice a week, I get this, are story mentions, right?
Yeah, we do. We found out about it. This is actually how we reach out to you. Yeah.
Is that
we usually do it? We always do it, but we didn't want to talk about this.
You can only make one guy at 24 hours every 24 hours.
Yeah,
that's the only.
Okay,
yeah, that's
so you guys,
really good. That's perfect.
So you're working on that already, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well, you guys can tag up to 10 people, by the way, in one story, just so you know.
Yeah, but the other people are gonna see you.
So
You
here's
post
what
it for other people. Yeah.
here's what I used to do. So I would add them all to my close friends story on Instagram, right?
Mhm.
So add 10 guys on the close friends story. Then what you want to do is you want to tag all of them in one story. Like make sure you actually tap on their name on the story so it tags them. Then you want to like take the text and slide it off of the screen.
Oh.
So like so you can't see it, right? And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
and then on the story, it can either be a selfie video or just a blank page with some text in it that says, "Hey, I'd love to work with you. Please check your DMs." Or whatever you want to say. That will just speed up the process because now you can do 10 a day, and if there's two of you, you can do 20 a day. Make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah,
we are doing just one per day.
Yeah.
yeah.
No, this is going to speed up the process massively. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
you can do 10 a day each. All right.
Mhm.
Yeah, and you'll see the open rate fucking skyrocket by doing this. Cool. Other than that, what else? I've never done it, but I know there's a lot of guys using Twitter. So look into perhaps reaching out on Twitter or maybe tweeting at them on Twitter as well. Another one. I'm just thinking from my point of view, something that like nobody does, but I would see it, right? Because if I upload this on YouTube now, everyone's going to start doing it. But please don't do it. If you're watching this, please don't do it. but like, if I was you guys, I would probably comment under the guy's YouTube videos, right? Because most of the guys that you're looking to work with, if you say your ideal client is somebody like myself, they'll probably be uploading on YouTube, right? So why not comment under their YouTube videos? Right. And I'm gonna let you use your imagination, but probably comment something like, "Hey, I absolutely love your YouTube videos. I notice you aren't uploading too many YouTube shorts. That's what we specialize in. I could do this for you. I've messaged you on Instagram at so and so. Please reply." Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
In terms of outreach, that will be it for now. Yeah, in terms of outreach. Oh, and also one more thing, you need to up your numbers, guys. I know you said a minimum is 20, but your minimum should be a fucking 100. Minimum 100. Yeah. I know it's fucking difficult because like you guys have so
Yeah,
many things going on, but I mean it's as simple as that. The more people you reach out to, the more people see your message. The more people see your message, the more replies, the more replies, the more Zoom meetings, the more Zoom meetings, the more clients.
yeah.
Simple.
The thing about that, it's hard to find the leads in this niche we're currently in. So to find the actual prospects who you message is hard. Oh, sorry.
That's all good, bro. So I don't know how much money you guys have like capital, but you
Mhm.
could look into hiring a virtual assistant.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or even again, it depends from person to person, but maybe even if you have like a friend of yours from school who just wants to make money online, get him or her to fucking do lead scouting for you guys. And
Mhm.
it's like per lead that closes, you pay them like $50 or some shit. Because that's really worth it for you, right? Each lead to you guys is worth anywhere from 1,000 to 5,000. What's $50 from that, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
So if that's what's taking you guys a lot of time, do that. Also use your Saturdays and Sundays to just scrape a bunch of leads. Like put some music on in the background and just sit there for like 2-3 hours, just zone out and just fucking collect as many leads. And then starting from Monday, you can reach out to them all.
Okay.
One thing that I would say with that, by the way, if you are going to hire somebody, so whether it's a virtual assistant or like a friend of yours, before you do it, make sure you have like an SOP in place, like a how to, like a to-do list on how to
Yeah.
source leads. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Cool. Is that something you created or not yet, by the way?
Like a training, you mean it's like a training?
Yeah.
No, we didn't, but I think it won't be that hard.
No, it's not difficult at all. It's just the advice I can give you guys is please make it as step by step as possible, right? So like your SOP, like the training should be so fucking simple that like if you gave it to a child, like the kid would understand it, right? So like it's step by step, like this is what we look for, here's how they qualify, here's where you find them, here's where you add them to a CRM, whatever, right? And that leads me to the next thing, actually, CRM. Do you guys have like a tracking place, like an Excel spreadsheet or a Pipedrive, anything like that?
Google Docs.
Yeah, Google Docs, but nothing special and nothing we're currently working on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So please, please, please do this. Like this is mandatory. You guys need to do this. Okay. So sign up to Pipedrive. You guys can have a look around. I'm not sponsored by Pipedrive, so I couldn't give a fuck if you use that or whatever. But I've only used Pipedrive. Please don't use Excel spreadsheets because it doesn't actually help. It just makes everything more confusing. It just takes more time. Something like Pipedrive, you can maybe even also use Go High Level, like the CRM. I never liked it, so Pipedrive to me was always my favorite one. Pipedrive is like $12 a month, but it's like the best $12 a month you'll ever spend. I mean, I don't feel like I need to explain what is a CRM. You guys know what like a tracking tool is, right?
Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So, for example, right, you said you guys are currently doing like one story a day, right, to reach out to somebody. Well, what you guys need to be doing is you need to make sure that like if he sees your story but he doesn't reply, you need to add him to a CRM and then follow up with him and do it again and do it again and do it again, right? Again,
Yeah.
I'm talking from somebody like myself. I'm talking from my own experience. The amount of deals and the amount of people that I'm working with right now that I ignored by accident, right, from the first message is like ridiculous. It's just like, for example, if I have my phone, like if I'm on my Instagram or whatever, like I literally just opened my Instagram and I just had like another 4 messages and a few more likes. So if I'm on my phone and I'm in the DMs or whatever, right? And I lock it and then I open it up again, an hour later or whatever, and I accidentally read your DM and I swipe off of it. That happens very, very frequently, right? Or maybe like my VA does that. Maybe my assistant does that. But I don't mean to ignore you. It just literally just happened. So if you guys don't have a CRM, you can't follow up with that person because you can't fucking keep a track of everything in your head. So you must have a Pipedrive or some sort of similar software to keep a track of it all. Yeah. How you should have your Pipedrive is probably, or whatever CRM, is probably like lead. So the lead section. So there's like different pillars, right? So the lead section is just completely cold leads that you haven't reached out to yet. So these in here is what you'd probably put on that Saturday, Sunday when you're just scraping for a bunch of leads. Or this is where the new hire that you're going to make, this is where they're going to add all of these leads. Yeah. The next one is reached out to. So this is where you've sent them a message, you've done the story thing, but they haven't replied. The next one could be like follow up. So this is where maybe they've replied, maybe they've seen it, whatever, but they've just gone ghost. This is where they follow up. The next one is in conversation. And then the next one is meeting scheduled. And then the next one is follow up after meeting. Yeah. Another thing I just remembered as well, even with me, I don't think you guys ever pushed for a Zoom call with me, right? You guys just tried to close me through the DMs.
Yeah, we did.
But I hopped on a call with you, but
Yeah.
it
But
was
that was time ago. Right now,
Yeah.
we're confident we do that.
But I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I was the one
Yeah.
that asked for a Zoom call, right?
Yeah.
So
Time, yes.
so here's the thing, guys. At like anything that's above 1,000 a month, I mean, it depends from person to person, but I would say probably anything that's above like 1,000 per month. Typically, you'll want to be able to speak to that person on a Zoom call in order to close a deal. It's not necessary. Like I've closed deals through DMs, and I mean, I signed up with you guys. I'm pretty sure before I spoke to you. I think I said, yeah, let's do it, and then I was like, let's jump on a Zoom call.
Yeah.
So you will find a lot of people who are like myself, who are like I don't have time to waste in a Zoom call. Like you guys look like you know what you're doing. You have a great offer. Sure, let's just do it, right? But all I'm saying is you will find it a lot more fucking easier to close deals if you book in Zoom calls. Yeah. And if you're going to book Zoom calls, you need to have Calendly as well. Calendly.com. Again, it's like $15 a month, but I promise you it's worth it. Set up the email and text message reminders, and you'll see high show up rates.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Any questions so far, boys?
Not from my side.
See.
Can you think of a friend, by the way, who could do the lead sourcing for you guys?
Yeah, there's much people who can do
Yeah, I have some people.
Perfect. Bro, fucking get 4 of them. Like, you know, here's what you'll find as well. Typically, especially with like appointment setters, lead sourcers, closers is a little bit different. But with people like that, typically you'll find is like 1 in every 5 people you hire is going to be like okay, and then 1 in every 5 people that are okay, 1 is going to be exceptional. So I guess for ease of numbers, 1 in every 10 people that you hire is going to be exceptional.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. So far, things for you guys to do already. Make sure you set up a CRM. This is fucking mandatory. Like you need that. Your offer is fantastic and your message is great. I think we went over that already. That's good. The 4th one is add the highlights if you haven't already to your personal accounts, right? Where you're doing the outreach from.
We can even send the story highlight in DMs directly.
No.
Say
Go
again.
on.
That can work.
What?
We can just directly send the story highlight in DMs.
You can do that, but I wouldn't. That's obviously not your first message, right? You mean like after you spoke?
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. Yep, that's completely fine. And matter of fact, you could even send the first one and be like, have a look through all of these highlights, and they just have to tap through it. Yeah. The next one is you guys need to start doing 10 mentions a day on your stories rather than just 1, right? So add them to the close friends and then do that. And the next one is try and reach out to, your goal should be 100 a day, not 20 minimum. 100 a day. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Let me see. Oh, and one more. I just remembered as well. One more is please start doing like long form YouTube videos where you break down like fuck. I'm even happy to jump on one YouTube video with you guys if you wanted to, on like a Zoom call, where you guys break down like my TikTok growth and why you believe it's working so well, et cetera, et cetera. Right.
That's perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we already tried to do some videos explaining short form content itself. Like we made a tutorial on how to do short form content in Premiere Pro, stuff like that. Yeah, but for sure we're gonna make more of these videos on YouTube.
Perfect. Cool. Cool guys. So you got a couple bits to get on with now. Let's do another call in perhaps like 2-3 days. So maybe like Wednesday, Thursday. Just to catch up on. So by Wednesday, I need you guys to have the CRM in place, have Calendly and Zoom set up. Make sure you guys also, you don't have to, but it would help a lot if you find like 1 or 2 of your friends who can do the lead sourcing. Again, like I said, before you do that, you must make sure the SOP is in place. So the training document literally needs to be as clear and precise as possible, like completely step by step. Yeah. If you wanted to as well, don't be afraid to like send it to me for review before you start reaching out to your friends. And then the other thing is just do more of what you're doing, right? So change the first initial message ever so slightly to the last one that you've sent me, Marius. Add 10 people to the close friends, and just do more outreach.
Perfect.
Cool. And then what we can do for the next call. Yeah, here's what we'll do for the next call, because there's no point me going over absolutely everything in one call because we need to do it in stages, right? And we have a whole month. What I recommend we talk about in the next call will probably be how to manage your new staff member, right? So this will be like your friend who's doing a lead sourcing, how to like retain them, etc. And then the second thing is we'll talk about pricing, right? So how can you charge a lot more than what you're charging currently? So we'll go over different pricing structures, how to do commissions, and so on.
Okay.
Yeah. Awesome.
Perfect.
Cool, guys. So that's kind of a bit of your homework. I'll send you this recording as well so you guys can rewatch it. Do you guys have any questions before I jump off?
Everything is clear for me. I've taken some notes. Yes.
I'm fine.
Good. Awesome. Cool, guys. Oh, I just remembered one more thing.
So next call on Wednesday.
Yeah, we'll do next call on Wednesday. I'll
Okay.
organize it with you guys in WhatsApp. One more thing I just remembered, by the way, which I was going to talk about earlier, but I just forgot, which is referrals, right? So I don't believe you guys have asked me for a referral yet. I don't think you have.
Yeah, in the message where we were talking about this thing, what we're doing right now, I asked you if you may know someone who would need our services, but before not.
Right. So this is where this whole thing came about, like us jumping on a Zoom call, me giving you guys advice. Yeah. I mean, before that, you guys never asked me yet. So again, we can go heavily way more over it on the next call. But I think referrals is something that is in this game, in this level of the game. That's all it is. It's just all referrals. Like I mentioned to you guys in WhatsApp, like for example, I probably know 2 to 5 people who are ready to sign up with you guys like today. I've actually had a few people message me as well, like screenshots being like, are these the guys managing your TikTok? I was like, yes. So you guys already have reached out to a few of my friends, which is good. So in terms of referrals, always like, don't be afraid to ask for a referral once you guys have done an incredible job. So if you guys, for example, if you guys sign up with somebody and first month you hit the target of 10,000 whatever, the next month you say, cool, our target is 25,000 followers this month, and you hit 30,000, obviously the guy's going to be fucking very happy with your service. After that, like once that month ends and you jump on a Zoom call like this, just straight up be like, hey man, we're just looking to grow and we've recently hired some more staff members who are able to take on more clients, meanwhile still holding the same level of quality. I was just wondering, do you have any of your friends that might be interested in my service as well? I would absolutely love to work with them. Per referral that you get me, I'll send you $500.
Okay. Yes.
Right. There's a couple of things there. So, you don't want to say I'll take off $500 from your service, even though it's the same fucking thing, right? It's the same thing as taking it off or you send it. But just naturally, how our brains are wired, we prefer to receive money rather than save money, right? When you're receiving something, it's like, oh my god, like I'm making money, right? It's just how our brains work. Whereas if you say I'm going to take $500 off of your service, it just doesn't sound the same. And also, yes, I do mean 500. I don't mean like $100, $200 here and there. 500 per person, because it's still worth it for you guys, right? You're still making, let's just say worst case scenario, you sign up their friend for 1,000, but you still made $500. Like, sure, it's not a lot, but it's what comes after. So the second month and onwards, it'll be for whatever, like this, if it's 1,000, 2,000, whatever, right? And then obviously from there on, it just spirals out of control. Like that's what happened with our OnlyFans agency. Like we signed up one girl, got incredible results. We asked for a referral. She sent us her friend. Her friend signed up with us, and then from there on, her friend recommended us more, and so on and so on. You'll find the same thing with this as well. Yeah. So go ahead and ask the other guy as well. I'm sure you've done a great job for him. Ask him if he has any referrals as well. Again, don't do it just randomly. Do it once you've done like an exceptional service and the guy is very happy with you guys.
Yes.
Awesome.